Hello, 219 Tiger here, and today's video is going to be about the epidemic of suicide. And you're probably wondering, Tiger, what are you talking about? Well, there's always been an epidemic coming out of schools of students taking their lives, whether it being due to mental illness or bullying or both. And I've always wondered and I've always questioned, why has this been something that has never been dealt with in schools? And why are we not learning about this? Why are we not addressing this in schools? Whether it be elementary school, high school, college, uni for my European followers. Why are we not dealing with this in school? Why is it something that is so taboo that we're not talking about? Why is it swept under the rug? I mean, we learn about everything else, but they're not dealing with this. And I always kind of wondered this. To me, this is something that should be addressed. I mean, we're finally now addressing bullying in school. Like, some schools here in the States have adopted anti-bullying policies. Some of them work, some of them don't. I mean, there's still kids being suicide, coming home and taking their lives. And it's heartbreaking because they're getting younger and younger. Just recently, a 13-year-old boy came home and hung himself because a bunch of his classmates told him to kill himself, so he did. And it's heartbreaking. And I think, honestly, with these anti-bullying campaigns, we need to be addressing depression and mental illness. Because not all suicide is due to, believe it or not, the bullying. Some of it is. Some of it's not. And my question is, how many of you guys would go to school and know anybody in your classroom that's battling depression? You know, how many people would know the signs to look for? Unless you go online and look them up, which I've actually had to do. I think they should be dealing with this because this is such an epidemic. I mean, when you could hear within a month's period of time. I mean, I remember back in like 2014. In a month's period of time, I heard of 12 different children, that took their lives. It's still continuing now. And I kind of think that this should be dealt with in schools. Now, a lot of people, but I'm not depressed, so why should I have to deal with it? My answer to that is because you could save somebody's life. You know, you can reach out to that person and be like, hey, you know, because it is hard. And there have been a student took their life in a bathroom. Got up, went and used the bathroom, and hung herself. It's not until she went to a science class that, Mr. Science class, that they realized and found her dead in the bathroom. And she's not the first student to do that. And I truly believe with this epidemic that we should, in schools, as well as at home, be dealing with this. This should be something that should be addressed. I've noticed as a society we can worry about Beyonce, we can worry about the Kardashians, which I can't stand either, honestly, but that's my opinion. But no, we could deal with that. You know, we could deal with any celebrity, but we can't deal with mental illness. We can't address mental illness. You know, it's something that's hushed and pushed away. I mean, and I've had some people, but I've talked to my parents. My parents just tell me, oh, you'll get over it. My answer to that is, if you do try telling your parents and they do not listen, then talk to a counselor. Talk to a teacher. If you're old enough, go to a doctor. I mean, you can walk into any hospital. Hell, you can walk into any police station and say, I mentally don't feel right. You can walk into a hospital and tell them, look, I'm having suicidal thoughts. I don't want to act on this. I've actually done it, believe it or not. And I've done it a couple times. So I got placed into a mental hospital a couple of times. A couple of times was because a bunch of times was because I did try to take my life, but there was a few times where I did reach out for help. And I think with the stigma with mental illness, whether it be you being bipolar or whatever, I think schools should start addressing this. It shouldn't be just a counselor or a student advocate. I think this is something where once a day we should be sitting down in class. We should be talking about this. Because this is something that's important enough to be addressed. And we should be getting this out there. And this is something that we should be dealing with. Just like at home, it should be dealt with in school. With no bullying, no stigma attached to it. Because there's so much stigma behind mental illness. It's not funny, and I talked about that in a video. In my mental illness in the media video. There's so much negativity behind it that this needs to be addressed more to get rid of these stigmas. Because guess what? Do you know how many celebrities battle depression or battle mental illness and you wouldn't know that? So we need to get rid of this stigma. We definitely do. We need to get rid of this stigma, and we need to start addressing this in schools. I think, that would be a good thing, because we need to clear this epidemic. Because it is sad that every 66 minutes, 99 people have ended their life. 99 people every 1 hour and 6 minutes have taken their life. Which, you know what I mean? And that is a sad thing, and it is preventable. And this is why I really think we should be addressing this more. Because this is not something that should be swept under the rug. Because it is sad that it's come to this point that where nothing, oh, well, they were a good person, oh, I wish I would have helped more. It's too late. They're not here no more. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas, it's too late. And I've heard that from schools. We wish we could have did more. Oh, there's more you can do. And that is, well, you gather people once a period into a classroom and discuss this. because this is something that should be talked about more. We can teach everything. Schools can teach you everything. Schools need to start teaching you the important things. Because I think dealing with mental illness is an important thing that we should be dealing with in schools. More so now than ever. I believe that would be a really good solution. And I think dealing with this epidemic would help a lot. Because it is sad that this is still happening. And it's sad that, bullying is still going on. And again, bullying does lead to depression, which leads to self-harm and ultimately suicide. Even the suicide rate in Australia has gone up. And believe it or not, here's another key factor. More men in Australia are committing suicide than females. That's a scary thought. And again, it's conditioning and the stigma of it. And if you watched my last video, I explained some things of the conditioning of how men are supposed to be. It's a scary, scary thing. And I think we need to start addressing this in schools. I really do. Because this could save lives. And we need to break down the door of these stigmas. So we can stop this epidemic. Because we can do better. We can keep track of celebrities. We need to start keeping track of what's really going on. Until next video, guys, and please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Please be polite. Let me know what you think. Do you think maybe we should start addressing this in schools? Until next video, guys, stay strong, stay lucid. Remember, I love you. You are not alone. You're beautiful. And if nobody told you today you're beautiful, I'm telling you you're gorgeous. Stay strong. Until next video, guys, I love you. Mwah!